And we are now recording.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of episode 3 of Dice Division.
Yay!
Part 2, Dice Division!
Hi.
Hails to the mother. We can't swear in the first 10 minutes.
Oh wait, is it really 10 minutes?
No, it's like one. It's the first minute.
Oh well.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, mother lovers.
I was about to say I might have broken that
Oh, we
thing in
have.
the first
We definitely
episode.
have. 7 times over.
Absolutely. Mhm.
pirate.
Yes.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Yes,
do we?
do we want to do intros if we feel like the intros are the last one are bad, or...
Yeah, we could do the intros, so, Trace.
I feel like I didn't change my name. Wait. Anyways, hi, it's me, Curious Cat 13, also known as Tracy. I play Air, the Drow Monk, and yeah, things are happening. So we'll see how that all unfolds. How everyone else takes it, but yeah, Felix.
Oh god, that's my name. Hi, I'm that person whose name was just spoken. I stream a lot on twitch.tv/Felix the Bard. Come join me. Once August hits, we're going to be going with, I'm thinking, an 8-hour stream of Baldur's Gate 3 on the day it drops. Yay. I play a person. There you go, Crow.
Alright, hi, I'm Crow, otherwise known as Will, and Felix plays Corsic, the nephew to my character, Nim. And on a totally unrelated note to Nim, have you or a loved one been sold false land in Barovia? You may be financial for some compensation through Queedy and Queedy Law Services, totally not related to that handsome elf that sold that fake land. Thank you. We get paid by the second.
Moving on.
Brilliant.
Wonderful.
Guy.
Hello everyone, it is I, Kai the Nightly. You can find me under that handle in a bunch of different social medias, as well as Twitch. What do I stream over there? Who knows? Anyway, I play Ururu, the bunny bear, wyvern, barbarian, barbar, bun barbar, and, yeah. We're gonna see where things go today, and Matt.
Hello everyone, I'm Matt.
Hi, Matt.
How are
Hi.
you?
I'm Matt.
Hello. How are you, viewer? Are you doing okay? I hope so. Drink more water, hydrate. It's important. I play Andromeda, Dread Captain, or Dread Pirate of Seafin. There we go. We can just edit out the captain in post.
But you are the captain.
Post-
Oh yeah, but it's Dread Pirate.
Yeah.
Post-production hides many sins.
I suppose.
As long as we choose to. Anyway.
Alright, Susan.
Hi everyone. I'm Monster Review Girl, otherwise known as Susan, and it's a pleasure being here. I play Valeria, the Artificer Monk combo, who ended up way better at DPS than I thought she would be. My character's a menace, and I didn't mean to.
Sure you didn't.
Yeah.
If I meant to go to make her a pure, genuine menace to society in Melee, I would have made her 7 levels in Monk, 3 levels in Artificer, instead of 7 levels in Artificer, 3 levels in Monk.
Ah.
Fair.
Anyways, I have my own channel, and, blah blah blah. DM, here, microphone, take.
Ow. Why'd you throw it?
I thought you were gonna catch it. You have good reflexes.
Yeah, when I can see, I wasn't even looking and you just say, it's just like, hi, and then, Anyways, hello everybody. My name is Lars Ekholm Van Hargen Denbreams, otherwise known as Lava the Tail Spinner. We'll stick with Lava the Tail Spinner, I think, since, it's easier than, all
Say-
of that.
Say it 3 times fast in the chat for a reward.
If you spell it incorrectly, you may get some sort of unpleasant Swedish mythological creature summoned into your house.
Huh, that explains things.
Say it 5 times fast correctly, and we will get you your very own pirate ship. That's right.
We make no
will-
promises about the size. Anyways,
Just a little, bathtub boat. Anyway.
Anyway.
Or you can get a discount at Sound Sailing Center. No, I'm not gonna, not without my father's endorsement. Anyways.
Do the plug.
anyway.
Anyways.
Yes, so last we left off, the party had split. We finished up a combat experience with half of them, that half being Andromeda, Valeria, and Nim. And now we turn our attention back to the inn, where the rest of the group is facing Durandal, who reveals himself and, as a result, manages to trigger some of Nim's long dormant memories.
What do you mean, air?
Nim?
Not Nim, sorry. Air. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to the names.
You're okay,
Holy-
dude. You're okay, dude. It's like a couple of sessions in.
Holy shit, Uncle, when did you become a badass drow martial artist?
Oh my lord.
There's a reason I don't tell you about my college years.
Oh my lord.
Anyways. Yes.
Before we fully
No.
descend into unhinged mayhem.
Yes, I need to get in I have to get in character.
Air, Aruru, Corsic, you find yourselves with a drow kneeling in front of Air, asking them for help. What do you guys do?
I'm leaving that to Air until otherwise shown for Air to be in danger.
Well, shit.
What, were you expecting me to do something? I mean,
I don't know. I was just kind of, I don't know, expecting someone after that bombshell was dropped.
well, I mean, hold on. DM, does Aruru know anything about Drow?
Roll a history check to see how much she paid attention to,
What,
paid
Valeria?
attention to your, master's,
Alright, straight roll, here we go.
Hell yeah.
Father Sumagia.
Oh god.
DM, I'm gonna come bring this to you.
Oh no.
Hang on, let me go see.
Is this
Oh,
good?
dude.
Is this bad? I'm hearing I am hearing absolutely demented laughter over there.
How bad?
As bad as it gets.
Nat 1.
So Aruru, you never paid much attention to anything other than your father's lessons in sword fighting, so,
She's not.
you don't understand Elven, you don't understand, the history of the world that you have found yourself in. All you know is, this god that father prays to is good. I swing sword in their name and kick ass to make money for the orphanage.
Oh my god.
ADHD brain, go burr.
If that's how we're explaining this.
Oh dear lord.
Okay, so how do I... Oh, okay. Aruru sees this... They're talking in Elven, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aruru
So
just kind of pokes Air on the shoulder and is like, you know, I can't understand that speech. I don't speak... I only speak common!
Please help.
Yeah, Air just kinda rubs their head a little, and just kinda, and then kinda keeps their hand on their head for a little bit, and just kinda swivels their head over to look at Ururu. It seems like things are more serious than anticipated.
Serious in the way that I need to, take care of the problem, and Ururu kind of eyes the person in front of them, or serious in the way of, pally pally, chum chum, I got your back, sort of thing. Like, I mean, it's up to you. Am I killing someone today, or am I following
As
your
if-
lead? I know I'm in charge, but this seems to be your thing.
As if to second Ururu's question, Corsic just holds up a taser hand.
Yeah, well, Corsic knows what I mean. I'm more of a sick me on your enemies type. I don't... Also, y'all are speaking another language. I don't... What exactly do you want me to do, Air? I won't hurt him if you don't want me to. Just...
They're not the brightest bulbs, but they mean well. God bless them.
Corsic's... What is Corsic's int? Should I be offended by that statement?
I promised Captain and everyone else I'd look after you while they're off doing their thing, and we'd also look after the unconscious woman. So
That one lady over there.
yeah, I'll trust your judgment on this because I think you're smarter than the others give you credit for.
And
Looks up. Bring that up again. Air just kind of looks back at the woman's still unconscious and everything on one of the beds, right?
The elven lady, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks over at the unconscious woman and then looks back down at Durandal and she's like, "What is that? Did you or?"
Durandal sort of looks up, looks behind him, turns back to you. We were attacked when we came to the surface, as we thought we might. Of course, thanks to your training, Master, we prevailed. But she escaped and was sent, I imagine, to warn others. As a result, we had to move with great haste. I apologize that I cannot meet you under more amicable circumstances.
What happened? Why am I know I was... Is that why I had to escape? What?
Escape? He sort of looks at you with a sort of puzzled look.
Yeah, the tunnel, I don't know what happened. Last thing I remember is, the only thing I can remember is there were rocks and Miss Valeria protected me to safety. And
His eyes widen a little. Has the traitor fixed you in some way?
Air looks at Durandal with confusion. What? I don't understand. What?
Master, please try to remember. The reason you were sent in the first place, the reason why you are up here, you were sent to hunt her down. To bring her back, alive or dead.
What? But she's been helping me this whole time, though. Why would...
Durandal sort of clenches his fist. It's clear something must have happened. She's been trying to turn you to her side.
No, she's... Air's gonna kind of hold their head a little bit. No, just kind of with both hands, just like, no. Stop.
Aruru seeing Air starting to get distressed kind of steps in front. What's he saying?
Why would she?
Who lied?
Why would she? She saved me.
Well, y'all have been sticking together ever since I've met you, so I don't really know what he's on about, but don't you think that you should ask her?
Yeah, but...
We don't know anything about these people. And yes, they seem to know you, but I don't know. Something seems off. And I'm just saying, like, he shouldn't be pushing you like this, and I don't know what he's saying, but from the body language you're showing me right now, I'm not too keen on continuing this conversation. Now, if he wants to take us where the others went to clear this up, I'm fine with that, so you can get your answers. But I don't know how to gauge the situation. I think we need the captain and the others, and you need to ask the questions you need to ask, because to be honest, he's gonna be a biased source. But to hear it straight from her, I reckon. But again, I'm not hurting you anywhere. You know I've always respected, you and looked after you since we met. But it's up to you what we do. I may be leader, but I like hearing from you and Corsic over there, because, if I just went out, like, telling you what to do and what's for, you guys would just follow me no question, and then we'd probably end up in a pickle. Especially if his uncle was here. We'd probably end up in, like, a casino or something. Anyway. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, I think we need to regroup. Corsic? I'm guessing you know what Pointy is saying? And I don't mean that in an offensive way. I just don't really know elves. That's the word, right? Elves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be insensitive or that I'm not from this world, but should have paid attention to Dad's lessons more. But yeah, Corsic, what say you? We try to get back with the group, or I think Air should choose what we do.
I think that would be wise.
And then if things get dicey, you with the lightning, me with these guns, which kind of flexes a little.
You with
They
the
are
you
impressive.
with the lightning, me with the me.
Also, my ice powers and shit. You know, the ones, the really cool ones that I can do sometimes. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm holding this conversation up. So, me and Corsic, behind you 100%. You know we're mates.
Right.
No matter if this was a lie, or not. You know, me and Corsic got your back. I mean, unless you turn out, you know, to suddenly start a killing spree or whatever. But I don't think you're going to do that.
Eric thinks for a moment. Looks over at Durandal. Where did the others take him? My other friends.
They sought to distract them, lead them on.
Oh no!
That's
Set to
not...
distract them. Go!
Went to the oh no! He took out the DM. Oh no! Things are getting real. Code 66.
Well, I did receive a prompt to update Discord earlier, so I think that's just what we're dealing
There
with.
we go.
Oh
Yep,
God! Did they
Discord
take you? Did they punch you? Did you have a bag over your head right now? Is this the captors?
Is this the ransom message?
Guys, chill. It's just a Discord update.
We're just
We know-
making a joke for the audience to laugh at.
Yeah.
As is good for the show.
Yes.
Guess who's back?
God,
Oh my god, it's Phoenix!
get the spray bottle.
Oh God! How did he come to Saiphin?
Back, Foul Demon.
Garlic Junior's back.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But anyway, distracting. Go on.
Yep. Yeah. Take two.
Continue, DM.
It's like they were meant to be a distraction, to separate the numbers that were surrounding you. I'm certain that a fair number of them also sought to take vengeance on the traitor.
That didn't go according to plan.
Eric's gonna slowly stand up and she's like, take us there.
Take us there, man named after a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Air can probably even, like, because they just said take us there, the guy can take it in either one of two ways. Either, oh, I want to, you know, learn more about this, or the other more possible thing that he's thinking, want to go kill her myself.
Unlikely. But comedic.
But anyways, yeah, Air just is like, take us there. Now.
Durandal bows and says, "At once, mister." And then turns and slips on his pendant and morphs into a form of a high elf. And proceeds to lead you guys out of the inn. You had something else you wanted to say, Trace?
I was going to, but then I'm just like, we'll wait and see how things turn out when they meet up with the others.
We will cross that bridge when we come to it. They planned to kill the traitor. Val, perfect. She is bleeding somewhat.
Anyways.
I think Anne was the only one to get out of that, like, without a scratch.
But
Yeah.
anyways.
As Durandal is leading you guys on, he says, "I must admit, it's rather strange to find the two of you traveling with surface dwellers. Though I suppose one must make allies however they can."
Kind of rubs their head, still processing the chunk of stuff that came back.
Mm-hmm.
The everything that just fell out of their noggin.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Air just quietly follows.
He glances back at you again. Forgive me, for I cannot understand the trade tongue on the surface, but from their manner of speech I would hazard a guess to say that they treat you as an equal, yes?
Just kind of nods.
Why do you treat them as equals, and allow them to do the same to you?
Gives a confused kind of head tilt, eye narrow. What?
Um,
I don't follow.
he stops and looks back at you.
Why wouldn't I treat them the same?
He blinks.
Seems like a...
You... No, go ahead.
I wasn't sure where my sentence was going.
It's like,
Just... yeah.
you
Yeah.
are Erizio Tarendelina.
Isn't it?
You were the master of our soldier, leader of our finest, trainer of all under House Telena. Even if the traitor tampered with your memory, surely she was not able to steal your pride, was she?
Couldn't even have to process that shit. My pride?
Though the drow matrons and priestesses rule over all, amongst the soldiers, the warriors, you were the greatest of our house. The one who led us into battle against the other houses, who led us to triumph. It was you who brought back the dying ways of the spider, who restored your order to its rightful place as one of the greatest schools of martial arts in all of the underground.
And ringing a bell for air?
Roll history with disadvantage.
Because head skull crack.
Yes.
Because Lars isn't like making memory retrieval any easy.
Because
Well, that-
because Air had a cave land on their head.
What you
And
get,
what'd you roll?
Trace?
So with disadvantage, so I had to drop a nat 20
Ah,
with a natural 19.
a natural
Lovely.
19.
Well, 18 plus 1, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, as he's saying all this, bits and pieces start to flash together through your mind, and you remember more. You remember your beginnings. A drow without a house. An orphan. A child who would surely die on their own. You remember being taken in, being trained, being turned into a weapon. A weapon that was then offered to a drow house. House Telena.
A weapon to surpass all weapons. Metal Gear.
God damn it!
You faced there at the time Weapons Master and bested him easily. Assuming his place, you began to train the soldiers. Those who showed promise, like Durandal, and those who were born amongst that main branch of the family, such as Valeria, were trained in the ways of the spider as you were. You remember battle against other houses as House Telena rose to prominence. You remember the battles, and though you had to do many things, many awful things, you also remember a sense of pride in teaching, in making warriors out of the young drow of the house. You remember the sense of belonging, of having a place.
Well, damn, that's a lot of information just suddenly just unpacking in Air's brain.
Mm-hmm.
Careful, we might overload the thinky box.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I would say for Air, the answer about Air's pride, I don't think anything's changed about that. I don't think.
If that were true, then you and the traitor would be the masters of this group, not equals.
Let's just get to where we need to go.
Of course, Master. I apologize. And he bows and continues to lead you on.
Yeah. Making sure that Durandal's focusing on getting them to their spot. Air's just gonna kind of rubs her head a little bit more, and then just keeps on following. Well, they were following them, but
Yep.
yeah, just.
So, you continue on and eventually come upon the aftermath of the battle that occurred in the streets. You see the group is sort of getting ready to head back towards the inn. You see Andromeda moving with Valeria, who has got Nim slung over her shoulder.
Yep.
And you also see the bodies of 6 elves.
Bodies, they're dead?
Yep. They are very
Yeah.
dead. And
Yeah.
there is a people-sized dent in the wall behind one of them.
Yeah, lava.
Yeah.
Just This guy's going to see this and pretty much know that the plan failed, yes?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So before he can go, betrayal, and smoke bomb his ass away, hold person?
You're casting hold person on.
Yes.
Good luck on that. I get the feeling this one's kind of slippery.
We'll see if it works, because to be fair, if this is a pupil of air, then let's see what you got.
I mean, we handed the other ones who are supposedly pupils of him his pupils of air their asses, so
See.
So, what saving throw do I need to make?
Surprisingly enough, wisdom.
here's hope.
Wisdom, you say?
I know you're a monk, but I'm also a level 10 sorcerer. My DC ain't chump change.
Right.
Ooh, that. What's the DC?
What's your roll?
Uh, 17.
Alright, let me see if I can do anything to not lose this.
What
Yeah,
is
because
your
meets
D-
it beats it.
Yeah.
So, Corsic, you immediately sort of thrust out your hands on the instinct that this guy might run. And with Hold Person, it is a contest of wills, really, to sort of overwhelm the mind of the person you're trying to catch and paralyze. And you feel like your mind batter against this guy, and it's like a wave crashing against a rock, and he just sort of lets you pass over him, but he still stands unmoved. He just sort of glances your way.
Now, question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know that he tried to hold him?
Yeah, I don't have subtle spell.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like Aruru would see that as that's the signal, so
Yes, that's the signal
gonna-
to engage in a violence.
do I need to rage or should I just grapple?
I feel like that's the signal, so I'm gonna smack him in the dick!
So, before that happens, Ruru, Corsic, you hear him mutter, "You're powerful, half-breed.
Oh,
Even underground, despite your lineage, you would have done well as a mage amongst the houses." As Aruru's getting ready to sort of swing, he sort of holds up his hands, sort of just like, "I did not come to fight."
I wasn't saying I was swinging at him, and I haven't even decided if I'm doing so yet. Hold your horses, DM.
Yeah, no, I know. But he sees that Aruru's getting ready, and is sort of Of course, you don't understand what he's saying, but he has his hands up, sort of just like, "I ain't making for a fight."
Did he say that in Elvish, or did he say
Yes,
that
he
in...
did.
We need
I don't know what he said.
Yes, I know, but he's got his hands up in a sort of universal gesture, sort of just like, "I'm not trying to fight."
Let me see if Aruru understands that.
Okay.
I imagine air can translate, or at the
Okay,
very...
yep, that's pretty much, yep, I understand that much at least. Okay.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
I wasn't, look, I was mostly joking with that roll, okay? Calm
Okay.
down, everyone. I'm not starting a fight.
You're all good.
Yep. Just covering my bases.
Look, I may be the barbarian, but I'm not just gonna go in swinging without thinking.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do any of the... Oh wait, the other elves, they would have been like in disguise and stuff, right?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
They've also
Okay.
caught a nasty case of deceased.
Yeah, it's just sees Carnage, and then sees Nim unconscious. And it's just like, is he all right?
He will be. Valeria speaks up. He will be.
Okay.
Just give me a chance to rest and he'll be right as rain. And I should be able to fix him up right quick.
Right. Yeah.
You okay? And
I remember
Oh,
most of things, anyways.
that's good.
Valeria?
I had a feeling this was coming.
You wouldn't lie, right? We were just trying to escape, right? I wasn't gonna try to. I wasn't gonna try to. You. What happened?
Originally, yes, you were sent to bring me home. Although that place will never be a home to me. However, there was a cave-in which simultaneously blocked us from returning and almost completely crushed your skull. After, I wasn't sure when you returned to consciousness, it became quite apparent that you didn't have any of your memories. I couldn't in good conscience just leave, so I took you with me.
Even though Air's been traveling with Valeria long enough, Air's gonna do a insight check.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh boy!
What you get?
So total, total, 5.
What was the base
What
roll?
was the base roll?
It was I rolled a 2 on the die, and I have a +3 to insight.
I'll say
I
that
love it.
I'm
I
saying
love it.
this above board. Valeria is telling the God's honest truth here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as a player, I know that, but with everything that's happened, Air's just like,
Yeah,
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
like, you know, Air.
And I just found out that you didn't tell me the truth about what happened in the tunnel. How am I supposed to believe anything you say now?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Well,
gives explanation. Air. That's fair.
I mean, you know Valeria pretty well. First thing you know many things about Valeria. The first thing you know is that she is a god-awful liar.
Well, yes, but she also kept the
Yeah,
truth
but
from this.
But
Nope.
basically
They're-
looking. Oh god, the DM went away again.
lies
Oh.
of omission are a thing.
Yeah. So while on one hand, yes, Valeria did lie then, looking at them currently, they are not lying to you right now.
Well, let Air determine that for themselves, dear.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry, I'm trying to help.
I get that. I guess I was just kind of going with, based on what I had rolled, that even though it's like,
role playing purposes.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I get what you're doing, Susan, and I do appreciate it. We all appreciate it. I'm just trying to go with what I had rolled and just what's recently been dropped onto Air's psyche.
Into Air's brain box.
Yeah, so right now it's just like, yeah, I'd say with this roll, Air's not sure anymore. Just kind of, actually, yeah, for the first time, Air takes a bit of a step back.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Was that conversation going on in Common or Elvish?
I
Common.
mean, yeah, that would be in Common.
My
Valeria.
statement still stands.
And Durandal's still just standing there, right?
Yes.
Just stop and stare.
Just kind of here watching this.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he is not, like, at all concerned that he's surrounded, which means he must be pretty strong.
So hang on. Did our fight with the goons like just end?
It had ended, and you had collected Nim and were heading off when
Yeah.
When we appeared.
All right. So Anne starts walking up, and she's glaring at Durandal.
He's just looking at you as you approach.
Cap, before you're too hasty, think about air.
I am thinking about air, and it sounds like this greasy twat here is trying to get him all mixed up. Oi! Anne just kind of snaps her finger, like in the guy's face, like trying to get his attention.
I mean,
You-
he's looking right at you.
You're the leader of these goons we just snuffed.
He
Air's
raises
gonna...
an eyebrow, glances over at Air. Sort of looking between Air and Andromeda.
She wants to know if you're the leader of the group that was sent here.
And he nods.
He is.
And what exactly brings a group of drow up here into the surface? You hate it up here, and you hate surface dwellers even more.
I'm just gonna say, for the sake of time, Air just can't just play. It's just
Yeah,
play
yeah.
translator.
Yep. Durandal sort of closes his eyes and says, I've been sent here on orders from the Order of the Spider to collect my master and bring them home.
Why? And who would your master be then?
He then proceeds to give Air's full title.
Gobbledygook to the rest of us who
Yeah.
don't speak elf.
Ereziel,
Blah 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 blah.
yep.
Huh? That's just Anne's response. Because I'm guessing that it is quite a lengthy title.
Yes.
And also it's in a language she doesn't understand.
Yes.
Even with Air translating, it's just like Gesundheit.
What made you think that you're gonna find this fucker all the way up here?
Air very awkwardly, very slowly raises their hand and just points at themselves.
Just like that me.
Just not making any eye contact with Anne.
Anne just kind of looks between Air and this guy. So you're saying Air's your old master? Is that the way of it?
Translation.
He nods.
All right. Listen here, friend. I'm only gonna say this once. Whatever Air was, or whatever they've done in the past, they're one of us now. Savvy? I just got finished killing 3 of your kind without even breaking a sweat, and I'm not gonna lose sleep over another one. Her hand hovers over her crossbow, which is holstered back at her hip.
Aurora kinda steps in between. Cap, I feel like this is Air's fight, and Air should decide what happens next. I know we're all heated. I know they just jumped you. But I feel like if Air watches you shoot someone from their past in front of them, they're not gonna be very, in the mood for understanding.
You have a point there, Rue. Anne lowers her hand, though she's still glaring daggers at this guy.
Look, if he does anything sus, I'm totally fine us fighting him. But considering that he had many chances up to this point, I think he just wants to talk to Air, and Air wants to talk to him, and like, as long as he's not a danger to me, I don't have a problem.
And goes and walks up to Air. Is that true, Air? You want to talk with this man? She's not mad or anything. She is talking gently.
Because it's Air.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
You don't have. All right. You don't have to make a decision now. Looks like this guy is going to be sticking around anyway. It's not like he has anywhere else to go. Here, translate something else. Translate one more thing for me, will you?
Okay. Sure.
This is all a lot for Air to think about right now. They still want to I'm sure they might want to talk to you. They might not. In the meantime, you can stay around, but you try anything, and I mean anything. I'll feather you faster than you can say shit.
Sorry.
Understand?
Air takes a second, just kind of processing, and then just translates it.
Durandal's gaze looks towards Anne with this sort of cold, sort of imperiousness that, is unfortunately very common amongst elves, and he just sort of lets out a sigh and says, how far surface kin have fallen that they allow such beasts bark orders.
Okay. Oh, sorry, were you finished?
Also, there's no way to know if Air translated that particular sentence.
Most likely
yeah.
did not.
Oh, I mean, I did say earlier, just for the sake of time and stuff, that Air's translating everything.
I'm just saying, would Air have a second glance at him for that comment? But okay, never mind.
Well, hold on.
Don't worry about it.
Could you repeat basically what? Because I might have misheard.
He basically just called me and Andromeda
Andromeda specifically. He's got
Andromeda
for
specifically
everyone.
called her a lower being.
Yes.
Just kind of. How do I describe the look?
He lets out a sigh as he sort of sees your disapproval, and it's just like,
Lars, I was gonna let Tracy
sorry.
explain what Air was. Never mind, whatever.
No, go ahead.
It's kind of like, when you meet an old friend, and then you haven't talked to them in a while, and then you introduce them to your new group of friends, and then they say something about a member of your new group of friends, and you're just like, excuse me?
But does Air translate that?
Air hasn't translated it. They're too busy just giving Durandal the look.
Good.
Just like,
Just sort of sighs and says, very well, I acquiesce to the human's terms.
Can Anne roll insight to just get the sheer saltiness coming off of this guy?
I don't
Sure, it's
think
very
you'd need to.
Well, well, it's also to see if she can tell she's just being outright insulted. A 21.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, you've dealt with enough elves in your time to know when one is looking down on you. And yeah, this guy is.
Doing just that.
So Anne puts her hands on her hips. You see, I may not be able to understand your language, but I think I heard your friends back there saying a lot of the same shit. And she's like walking up to him as she's saying this, and then when she's like, when she,
Captain back.
well, no, she's not gonna. No, nothing about her body language says I'm going to attack this man.
Okay, good.
I promise, above table, no physical stuff.
Okay, good. Continue your roleplay, then.
They're saying a lot of the same shit that you were. That's right. Just because I'm not one of you knife-eared bastards doesn't mean that I'm not smart enough to know when I'm being insulted. Just remember what happened to that lot. She jabs her thumb back behind her where the bodies of the drow are. That's what you're gonna be if you act up or keep testing me patience. You smarmy sack of shite. And then with that, she just kind of pats him on the shoulder and walks past back towards the inn. Right then. I'm fucking starving.
He glances over at Airsway and says, he thinks the human is rather confident.
Wait, sorry, what?
He just said, I think the human is entirely too confident.
She's skilled enough to back up her words.
Hmm.
Your following
What is
confidence are
mine?
more than enough of evidence.
They weren't your finest students.
Oh.
But they were still my students. Eric's gonna go over to the bodies and is gonna inspect them, see if there was anything of noteworthy, without having to mess with if they had any of the, the medallion pendant things, without having to mess with those. See if there's anything that, anything personal that Eric could identify them.
Looking at their facial features, you can sort of begin to identify some of them. You see Rosaria, the one who was sort of beaten into the wall, it seems, before dying of her wounds. There are a number of others.
Yeah.
Rin, Zaluri, Nelshaz. All of them, as, fledglings, only just starting their training when you left. You also understand how, they would often gang up on, Valeria, and, they weren't, though they were all, technically training underneath you, they weren't exactly the best students, as is often the case with Drow. They were vain and, filled with a sense of self-importance, ambitious, power-hungry, none of which was tempered by discipline, which you were intending to set right before whatever happened with Valeria. Durandal, is different. Durandal was dedicated to your training. And judging by how he walks now, like he continued his studies and has turned out into a fine warrior, it would seem.
Yeah, just kind of.
Whether or not he'd be able to defeat Anne or anyone else in combat, you don't know. Against all of you, probably not. But one-on-one, he certainly could do some damage. You think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Air just kind of looks at the. Just kind of looks over at the fallen, just shakes their head, just. Such a waste. And is gonna kind of, I guess, try to, as best as they can, just kind of gather them all together and just kind of having them lean against the wall in like a as neat of a line.
Mm-hmm.
Had you shown more discipline, perhaps we wouldn't have come to this. Sadly, I have no place for put you to rest. Still, can't just leave you here for the guards to find. They'll only cause more unnecessary trouble.
Durandal takes out a set of beads and approaches them and says, "Allow me, master."
Kind of stands back.
He sort of places a bead in each of their mouths as he says, "We were aware of the possibility of losing our lives in this endeavor. We came prepared." And you see their bodies begin to slowly dissolve, as well as all their equipment, leaving behind just this black stain on the wall.
I got cyanide pills. Checked up cyanide pills.
Kind of just. Kind of scratches their forehead a little, and then pushes up their sunglasses. I need air. I need to breathe. Don't linger too far from the group, but whatever distance you're comfortable with, I need a minute to myself.
Of course, master. He bows and turns, and before he goes, he looks back and says, "Master, if I may, it is good to see you again."
Kind of, probably one of the rare few instances there's a small smile. It's like, yeah, but also Durandal. I'm sure, given that I've been traveling with them, should anything happen, I'm sure you know the consequences should anything happen to them while I'm gone.
I gave my word that I was not going to start any battles. Any you find is a result of them, not me.
Well, let's keep it that way, shall we? And Air's just gonna take a walk.
Okay.
Yeah, Air's gonna just go take a walk. They're like, I need alone time right now. But yeah, that's what's going on with Air. Air just vanishes to who the fuck knows where in the town.
Alrighty.
I mean, I'd say hopefully close to where we usually go, but just to yourself.
Yeah, somewhere relatively close, but
Somewhere public. Tracy, I don't want you to get kidnapped. I'm just saying. Caw.
Well,
So-
here's just. I mean, given that this guy snuck past Air's stupid passive perception, Durandal could have just swiped Air, but he didn't. So I don't.
Oh, also, the party's keeping an eye on him.
Yeah. But yeah, so while Air goes for their walk, the rest of you head back in with your tentative friend, Durandal.
I'm gonna do what I just put in the chat, okay? Is anyone gonna stop me?
Anne'll join in.
Okay, so, Ruru goes up to the bar and it's like, hey, I made a friend! 2 pints! Three, because Captain wants one.
1 moment.
Lydia says, coming right up, and slides over 3 pints.
Oi, Lydia!
Hello?
Whip
I'm
up
gonna
some
get this guy drunk.
Okay.
So we'll see how he holds his liquor. Though he's no I wouldn't be so quick to call him a friend, Rue.
I'm not. Look, I get it. We're kind of tense right now, but you know, even an enemy can have a point. In my
Well-
philosophy, anyway.
Well, and to me, it looks like his point is just to look down on us. Just because we ain't got pointy ears.
Hey, I like that. It's a good joke, Cap. He slides Andromeda a pint.
Hey, Lydia! Can you whip up some grub for us, will you? I could eat a fucking whale.
He's sort of just like, you can get your grub somewhere else! I don't have enough room in the kitchen. I don't have anything in the kitchen except for my herbs and my concoctions.
What? An inn's gotta have food?
You get toast, like always.
Okay, so Aruru.
I just killed people. I need protein, lady.
And why the fuck are you killing people around my inn? That's bad business!
Oi, they started it. I didn't do shit.
Well, while they're having that argument, Aruru is just going to approach where, and I'm sure Corsic is close to me, kind of point to a more secluded area for our shady friend.
Corsic is not close to you.
Dang it.
Corsic is staying close to Valeria because he noticed she looks sad.
Okay, well, I can't talk to this person, so I guess I just shove the ale in his hand and point to a dark corner.
He looks at you and sort of looks at the thing, looks up, and starts speaking in the language in which you cannot understand.
I'm just gonna take that as you're welcome, and if you want to sulk, go over there.
He raises an eyebrow and
And then, you know, I also, I just go, make sure you keep it coming until, you know, for a bit, because I've had quite a day, and I bet my friend has never gotten drunk before, so I want to see how good he is.
Please. If these bastards fight as well as they drink, he'll be under the table before he finishes that pint.
Lars, can I roll persuasion?
you do so with disadvantage.
I will take those odds.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Okay, that was a
What?
natural 20 and then a 19. What is my...
Yeah.
what is the... +1. Non-natural 20, motherfuckers.
Right. So you sort of push and cajole him into the corner and sit down with him, and he's just sort of looking at you and rolling his eyes.
But he's doing what I said.
Yeah, he's sitting down with you. He hasn't touched the alcohol yet.
I need an elven translator so I can call him chicken. God damn it. Okay, well, I'll suspend what we're doing until Korzik and Val have their moment, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
Speaking
we're waiting on the food anyway.
yeah. Speaking of Corsic, Valeria, what are you doing?
Valeria has quietly ordered a cup of non-alcoholic cider and is heading back to the room.
Okay.
Corsic is just following.
She gets to the room. Gets to the room and she just kind of sits cross-legged on the bed and starts kind of nursing the cider, seeming kind of subdued.
You got hurt today, didn't you?
I suppose so, yes. Although I imagine you mean beyond physical, because that's fairly obvious. Gestures to the wound in her shoulder. I have to rest before I can patch that up.
So, Lava.
Yes.
We are level 10.
Yes.
Some things are assumed about our characters at level 10.
Such as?
Well, could we assume, because Corsic has an herbalism kit, he's proficient in this herbalism kit, could we assume he has enough material to make a healing potion?
Roll a wisdom check, adding your proficiency bonus because you're using your herbalism kit. Yeah, this is essentially a wisdom check to...
Can I make a case for a medicine check for this?
Yeah, medicine check.
Thank you. 21.
21? Alright, I'll say you're able to whip up a standard healing potion.
He does so, and he just hands it to Valeria. You're not the only one who can heal, remember?
Thanks, I guess I don't mean to forget, you already do so much else,
What do you mean? I stand up in the crow's nest so I don't hear people saying words I don't like or talking about things I don't enjoy. And I can't save you when a mast breaks and falls on you.
In your defense, you were below deck sleeping.
I shouldn't have been.
You're not... She chugs the potion. I'll whip up something for Nim once I've had some rest.
Alrighty, so it is, I believe, 2d4 plus 2?
Yes.
Yes. So do I roll that?
I roll it.
Okay.
You regain 7 hit points.
Yay.
Yeah, I am not done with this scene before we move on. Valeria.
Yeah?
I can heal your physical wounds without needing you to ask, but I can't help with the other stuff unless you talk to me. But my mom always told me it's bad form to leave a girl sad.
I guess it's just... Tonight was A lot of things I thought I'd been able to leave behind coming back. And it's kind of a lot. Should I have been honest with Air from the word go? Yes, but I was still young, very young then, and stupid and scared out of my mind. And I couldn't leave them. I knew they didn't remember anything, but I didn't know if they could remember how to fight or not, so I couldn't just leave them. They'd die.
Yeah. And you're too kind to let that happen.
Mm-hmm. And now teacher's pet's back, and I don't think Air trusts me anymore.
Hmm. I didn't trust Nim when he talked to me either. I thought my dad sent him, so I was cold and I kept him away. Trust isn't something that runs out and never comes back. You have it, you can lose it, but you can get it back again.
I hope so.
It's never fully gone.
I hope so.
I like to think so. At least, that's what my mom used to tell me.
She sounds like somebody I'd have liked to meet.
I would have liked you to meet her too.
I mean, she sounds a far better sight than the one who brought me into this world.
Everybody on the crew keeps saying things like that. Saying things about their moms. And it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like you were brought into the life you were supposed to be in.
I wasn't brought into the body I was supposed to be in. But I've made do.
I'm still learning that spell.
You're a
I'll
sweet...
perfect it. One day.
You're a sweetheart, you know that?
It just fully cocks his head.
It means you're a nice person. When you do perfect it enough to cast it, I have one request. She pushes her sleeves up to reveal some of the scars that cover her body under her clothes. I want to keep these. I know it sounds silly, but...
Oh, it's not. My mom could have gotten her scar removed. She kept it every day. To remind herself that she got out alive.
I like her way of thinking.
He just nods a bit, and there's a tear threatening one of his eyes.
She kind of pushes her sleeves back down, reaches up and kind of very gently, slow movements kind of brushes it away. So, yeah. And I'm sorry you had to see that. I just... I thought about when I heard their voices again, everything I tried to forget about them came back, and I realized if any of them walk away, they could hurt the people I care about.
Yeah. I understand that. It's not like fighting the hags. That was for
We had a job.
everyone.
Yeah, we had a job, yeah, but that was to protect an idea of people. What I did in that alley was to protect people I knew concretely. I know what back there would do to people like me, and hell, maybe even to people like Air. Even if I have to live basically a lie all my life, I'll take it over going back there.
I won't let them check you.
Thank you. Oh, while we were on our adventures, I had an idea.
Oh?
Yeah. She takes out her little notebook and flips through it, showing him a machine that looks kind of like a press of some kind. I'm still figuring out how exactly to make it work, but it would, if you're okay with it, it would, and she kind of gestures to the one pouch on Corsick's person nobody really talks about much.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sure no amount of ill weather or the elements could take her from you.
That would be nice.
Then, as soon as the dust settles and nobody's trying to kill us or sending us across the countryside, I'll make sure to get it built for you, and maybe do a couple other things. But that's
Nice.
all for later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Corsic. I feel better already.
Glad.
You're a good person. Now, when next I see Air, I'm going to apologize to them.
All right. Speaking of... Oh, sorry.
They've earned it.
Okay. So, with that said, we return to Air stepping in through the door. Air, you look around and you immediately see Durandal with Ururu and Andromeda looking very uncomfortable as they try to cajole him into having a drink.
It's like, dude, you've had a day and a half. Just give it a try. It's not poisoned, we promise.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
I don't know if they have, like, booze down there. I can't even talk to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, who the fuck knows what they got down there? Come on, lads. I'm guessing. I mean, should I roll a Constitution? Because Anne will have been drinking if like an hour has passed.
Okay.
Oh no!
Meanwhile, poor Durandal has the face of God.
I mean, Oruda hasn't started yet because I'm waiting on. I want to.
Okay, I think
make a drinking game.
not disastrous. 21.
Yeah.
21? Yeah, you're fine, so far.
Yeah.
Just
She's
a
a-
little, just
she's
a
a-
little hyped, less aggro.
She's a pirate. She can hold her liquor. She's just
Yeah.
excited about a drinking contest and also celebrating our victory over the hags.
Yeah.
Come on, it's not poisoned. Look.
I will say,
and
go ahead.
Anne takes a sip of the drink that they placed in front of Durandal. See, it's fine. Drink it.
He's not gonna drink it now that you've contaminated it.
Oh, right. With my disgusting sub inferior being spit.
You don't.
All right.
Same sort of being. Have at it, Captain. And Aurora raises the glass and clinks the other one, and just like, yeah.
No. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Trace.
Yeah, Air, clocks, sees where they're at, but is gonna stop over at the main bar first. It's just like, is Lydia?
Yep.
I have a request, and it's just gonna put down. Hold on, let me just check my inventory again. Yeah, just gonna put down like 10 gold.
Ooh.
And it's just like, and it's
Can you
like,
count the number of air specials?
well, that's the question, because Air doesn't drink. That's the thing. Air doesn't drink.
No. See, the air special, as Lydia refers to it, is just a platter of buttered toast and water.
Just the blandest man on the face of the earth.
But it's just like, the toast is nice, but one of my friends is dropped in for a surprise visit, so wanted something a little stronger.
Yeah.
Yo.
Wait, you're asking for booze?
Just kind of leans in.
I promised to chaperone.
Eric kind of leans in just a little bit. It's just like, I've been remembering things tonight a lot.
And you want to forget him with drink?
Something to process, I guess.
Lydia sort of raises an eyebrow. Are just like, much as I would like to take your coin, I feel like I should be trying to tell you that this isn't going to solve whatever problems you have going on right now. Do you need someone to talk to, Air? I hear talking to people is part of the job. Never really was much good at it, but I suppose I can make an exception for you guys.
It's a lot. A lot to take in. In that case, something for... And just kind of gestures over to Durandal. Just something for him. Just kind of waves over at Durandal. What was that?
Yeah. As you're sort of gesturing to Durandal, you glance over and you see, Valeria and Corsic descending the stairs.
Oh boy.
Valeria.
Honestly, that's the kind of expression that they're kind of wearing. It's just kind of the, oh boy.
Fortunately, Valeria does seem calm. She's actually taken the time to fix her robes from where she got perforated.
Mm-hmm.
Question, just so that Crow doesn't feel left out. Crow, is Crow conscious by now, Lars, just so that he can join in?
Corsic, would you have made another potion for your uncle?
I mean, I thought Val was doing that.
It's not been...
Valerie needs a full rest.
Yeah, I need to transfer like 4 hours.
Okay.
To get my spells and stuff back, but of course I can whip up a potion and get him conscious until then.
So, first of all, the bit. No, why would I ever want to heal my uncle? It's not like he ever did anything for me. Second of all, yes, I'll make like 3 potions just to give to him.
Just
Okay.
pop open his face, glug, 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 glug.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll this 3 times.
Alright.
First batch of healing. You get 9.
Alright,
Yeah.
not bad, not bad.
Second batch of healing. You get 7.
Okay.
Final batch of healing. We got maximum numbers here. 10
Nice.
of healing.
Ooh.
Right, so the total was... Okay, so the first one was
A 9.
9.
9,
Something else.
7, and then 10.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
26.
Yep, 26. Nice. And I'll say, not begrudgingly, but a type of, hey, I don't need help walking, coming from behind Val and Corsic is Nim.
Hey, Nim's back.
Yay!
Yeah.
Lydia,
Perks
did you
a
mean-
little.
Lydia, I have a question.
Oh boy, people all day today. What?
So, I almost died. What can 100 gold get me?
Oh my god.
Is there just like 100 gold can pay off your bar tab?
Ooh.
How much is that tab?
100 gold.
Okay, fine. I'll pay off the tab, which, in my defense, I should have paid off sooner, but would have been as fun. And for my motley band of misfits here, I'll order them around on me.
Hey, hey!
Here.
Alright, everybody gets a drink.
Oh goody!
All right, the gang's all here.
When asked what type of alcohol Valeria would like, Valeria just stares at them and then says for a moment, and then says after a moment, "Surprise me."
Oh, so you want her to surprise you?
So long as
Oh,
Oh!
in the context
We all
of type of alcohol.
Okay.
Let me first just see if she understands that.
Valeria is clear, like, in terms of what type of alcohol I would like, whatever
No
you
additions.
think would suit
Lydia just sort of sighs, just like, you're no fun. I only have one type of booze anyways.
Oh,
How can
okay.
you call yourself a bloody bartender if you only got one thing? You gotta widen your stock there, lady.
She's also
I
got...
do! It's not my fault some of it sometimes kills people.
Or makes them explode.
I mean like rum, whiskey, stuff like that. Not your potions.
You want something else to drink, you can go to any other bar for all I care.
This one's where all my friends are.
We'll take the beer, thank you.
Don't be mean to Lydia. She tries her best.
Thank you very much for the drink.
There's some gratitude, says, sort of leveling a pointed glare at Andromeda.
I'd have more gratitude if you served more than fucking toast for dinner.
In Anne's defense, we've all had a bit of a rocky day. Folks trying to kill you'll do that to you.
Yeah.
Around for all would have been about 7 to 8 gold.
Easy.
Okay, but Iruru, seeing Air approach is just like, Air, can't you tell this student of yours or something that it's not poison and he can drink?
Just kind of looks over at Durandal,
Durandal looks over at you and says, I've been trying to tell them for the past hour that I do not drink.
Just kind of looks from him, looks over at Lydia, looks back, it's just like, I guess there's always water. Or
They've
you can try her mystery brew.
She does have some cider. It's non-alcoholic.
He sort of prickles at your approach, Valeria.
Valeria looks at him. Look, I know you don't... And she's speaking in Elven. Look, I know you don't like me. But I remember you out of all of my fellow pupils under Air. I remember you the most fondly, solely because in our sparring matches, you weren't an utter sadist. Sure, you occasionally kicked the stuffing out of me. But you never went as overboard as the others, and for that I thank you. And I wish why I left was easier to explain.
There's nothing to explain. You left your house after assaulting one of the priestesses.
It's not like they wanted me around anyway. And for the record, that priestess, if I recall correctly, hadn't graduated yet at the time, and she started it.
Surely you invited war upon your house, a war that is still being waged.
Good! Maybe it'll kill off some of the sadists. World will be better off for it.
You truly are a traitor.
Forgive me for not wanting to be loyal to the people who did this to me. And she pulls down her sleeve. I know I wasn't a good child to my mother. But I did my damnedest. And this is too much. Would you have rathered I just snapped and killed them all in their sleep? No, so I ran away. Honestly. And this is after she's effectively shotgunned the beer. And honestly, part of me, honestly, was less a running away and more hoping the elements would do me in. But through somebody liking me, they didn't. And now, here I am. And allow me to make one thing very clear with you, Durandal. I'm willing to work with you only so far. I assume you saw what I did to some of the others. Sure, they were not exactly the best, but if you looked at them, then you'll know I haven't been slacking.
I'm well aware.
Good. Well, I suppose a proper introduction is in order. My name is Valeria. It's a interesting occasion to meet you again.
You can call yourself whatever you like. I care not for it.
Good.
All I care about is bringing Master back home safely. That we can end the war that you started and save our order.
If one drow punching their sister in the face and running off into the night, fully expecting to die, is the doom of the order, then I don't know what you're expecting Air to be able to do.
To do what they have always done. Lead us to victory. Restore what you have broken.
When you go back, and I know you will, tell them I'm dead.
I feel like he'd listen more if Air was the one telling him that.
You know what? Fine.
Speaking of
fair. You view me as a traitor. You don't like me. Most of what I'm saying is probably going in one of those ears and out the other. I'm going to go sit over there and be quiet. And you can talk with your darling master all you want, teacher's pet.
He sort of takes in a breath and says, "You know, I thought you had actually changed, seeing as how much you improved, but it seems you're still the petulant little brat we always knew you to be."
Oh, shit.
Hey, Lava,
Yes.
at that, Corsic is going to take out, his hand is going to fly out his cloak, holding the wand of lightning bolts, and press it directly into this guy's forehead.
Corsic, it's not worth it.
As you do this, Corsic,
Before-
you didn't...
Guys, Tracy was trying to say something before all this happened.
Yeah, go
Alright,
ahead.
let-
please.
Yeah.
I mean, Valeria did just say it's not worth it and will kind of haul Corsic off.
Let Tracy go.
Yeah, while that whole conversation was going on, Air had been as discreetly just giving Lydia kind of the rundown of what they had learned in the past, like, 2 hours.
You didn't tell her that they're drow, did you?
No, just kind of, basically it's like,
Okay.
so turns out things, learned things that I learned things I suspected about myself, and it ended up being a lot worse than expected, and yeah. So now kind of at crossroads
Okay.
is the gist.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They're not gonna out themselves, Valeria and Durandal. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
Anyway, back to what was happening, I guess.
Yeah. Corsic, as you do that, you don't know when, but as Valeria is pulling you away, you notice that his hand is at your side, and you can see that, like, he would have been in perfect position to slam talons into you.
Hey, we're in a tavern, no
Okay.
tavern brawls.
Okay, it's seeing that Anne has her crossbow out.
And you know the rules. No weapons here.
Besides, Valeria is trying to break it up.
What did I say? What did I say about you? About you acting up?
I started it.
Knife eaters.
I started it, Anne. Sit down, put your damn crossbow away, and let's just all have a drink, go to bed, and hopefully face all this with better dispositions in the morning.
Thank you.
I agree with Val.
Yeah. And do what you do best right now and drink.
It's not the best thing I do.
The best thing you should do right now.
Hey, our drinking pal's back. Okay, now
Yes.
we're in a right competition.
Yes, we can. Hey, Lava,
Yes.
was Nim allowed to bring his own cup to be full of beer?
Also, just want everyone in the podcast to know it is 11:18.
So your own cup, you say?
Yes, his tankard.
Sure.
Nim holds up his tankard. Sure, let's do a drinking contest.
And still fucking standing up with the fucking. The thing I do best of all is kill mouthy little twats like you. She holsters the crossbow. Translate that for him.
Are you asking me or Nim? Because you know I can't speak his language.
Nim. She was talking to Nim, and she's glaring at Durandal this whole time.
Nim just sighs, looks at Durandal. Look, I'm sorry she said this. I want her just to drink.
Also, Nim, you have no idea who this dude is.
You don't know
Yes!
who this is,
Hey!
but you can tell pretty much everybody in the party is upset with their existence.
Yeah, but he's also wearing the amulet and not showing that he's a drow, so as far as Nim is aware, this is a fellow, like,
Hi,
elf.
I'm sorry, Kin, that she's acting like this. This is usually not how Anne is. She's very kind, usually. Sometimes. But we've just had a stressful day. You know, almost dying does that. Or at least it does that to me. So, apologies, but she did call you a knifey-eared twat.
I called him a mouthy twat.
A mouthy twat. My bad.
Distinction there.
It still boggles the mind how you would allow a human to speak to you such.
By when I she is a friend.
Hmm.
I think
Strange.
he had a bad childhood, Nim.
Well, I mean, technically so did I, but... I mean, it was good, but I never knew my real parents. Anyhow, and that drinking contest.
I do not drink.
No, he was talking to Anne. He was trying to change the subject.
Okay.
Just like,
Fine.
okay.
Fine. We're getting another table. I'm not drinking with this bastard. I'm not drinking anywhere near this bastard.
Fine. Another table. He takes his...
She follows that up by spitting on the table in front of him.
Jeez.
He kind of drags Anne away.
She doesn't like people who act like they're higher and mightier than her, or just people in general, like who think they're better than people in general. Bit of a sore spot for her.
Yeah. Then just takes her away, sits her down, picks out his tankard, which you notice does have a stern face on it. All right, let's drink. All right.
Hey,
So
Rue,
what's the-
Rue, you coming?
You come in the room.
It depends. You gonna have a stick up your ass the whole time?
The only one who has a stick up their arse is that one. She motions her tankard at Durandal. Now come on, come on. I'm done with him. Let's drink.
Before Ururu joins them, looks to Air and kind of motions towards,
Gotcha.
pet, and goes over to where Anne and Nim are gonna go drink again. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Air takes that signal. Just like, well, and she's like, well, I appreciate the small talk we had, Miss Lydia. Appears that my old friend is in need of my company. If I need anything, I'll let you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Good luck, Air.
Thank you. Air's gonna go over, sit across from Durandal, and just gonna take out a little, like a medium-sized, like embroidering circle thing with something that they were starting to work on, and they're just gonna kind of quietly work on that.
Durandal just sort of narrows his eyes and they're just like, what is that you're doing, Master?
Oh, it's something called embroidery. Before remembering things, I figured I'd at least do something with the new memories. So I've been making little things to kind of symbolize the important things that happened with me and my friends. And it kind of shows what kind of turns it around and like the kind of upper left. If a circle could have a corner, like an upper left kind of rim area of the circle is what looks like a rough job of a ship.
Mm-hmm.
So that basically the ship that they were that we were traveling on with the hag job, and it's just like, we had to just come back from taking care of some hags that wanted to basically destroy this whole island. And you know, I didn't at the time. I didn't know what my purpose was, where I came from. So I figured, with what I had at the moment, that maybe there's something I could do up here in the meantime. Yeah. So that's kind of what we were hoping to take rest from. And Erica has a soft look of pride, of just being like, hey, I did something.
Durandal is just sort of staring at us. They're just like, it's similar to things I saw amongst other elves while we were moving about strengthening our guys. What is the purpose of this?
Of what? Kind of tilts their head.
This, he sort of gestures at the embroidery.
There are a lot of things. For some, it's to add something more to, like, sometimes, well, the world has grown very horrible and ugly, and sometimes you need to make something to remember the things that are still beautiful in this world. And even if I never did remember who I was, this would help remind me of who I am now, what I can do now. Plus, it helps my headaches a little.
Durandal just sort of blinks. Since when did beauty matter?
What do you mean?
Such things that you speak of have never been considered by our house, by you, by anyone really. Such things were thought to be the domain of those who dwelled on the surface, and it was because they dwelled on such things instead of strengthening themselves that we thought them weak.
Maybe that's the reason why my friends are so strong. It's because they've recognized the beauty, embraced it, add more to their purpose.
Alright. Air?
Yeah?
Make a persuasion check here.
Oh, jeez! Oh, boy! Oh, boy! Oh, boy, a charisma roll! Oh, no! Hold on. So I have a +2 persuasion. Camera. Phone camera.
Is what I think it is, Trace.
I hear Trace making excited
Yeah!
noises.
Oh, nice.
Master's dropping in that sage wisdom, yo!
That OG shit.
Yeah!
So you say this, Air, and Durandal just sort of stares at the embroidery for a bit. And he sort of looks at you. And he sort of narrows his gaze a little. And he says, "You've changed, haven't you, Master?"
It seems that way. Question is, what are you going to do now?
I cannot forgive the traitor for doing this to you, but in a strange sense, I suppose I should be thankful that they did. You survived, and you appear to be thriving. We've struggled since we arrived here, but it seems you and Valeria move so easily amongst those who we've long thought to be our enemies. It's humbling. In a good way, I believe. Like your lessons.
Air just kind of gives him one of those very, very, very rare, just small, gentle, soft smiles at that. Well, I will not tell you what to do, but next move is yours.
You have given me much to think about, Master. As you often have. Durandal stands. I shall consider the situation. The human is crass and rude, and the traitor is still a traitor. The half-breed, though powerful, is quick to anger. Our surface kin seems to be a fool.
They're good people, despite the faults that you observe. They're good people who have gone through their own struggles, but I believe that made them better forms of what they are now.
If you ask me, they still seem to have a ways to go. Though the only one that appears to be worth any sort of respect would be the larger one.
Yes.
Oh, that's Rue.
She's a good one. They all are. Yes, Anne is short-tempered, but she knows her way across the seas. And that's a useful skill to have. But yeah, just kind of nods, still with the small smile still on their face. Yeah. It'll take some time for Valeria and I, but I hope with that time we can repair what was broken between us.
Or perhaps make something new entirely. The prospect is an interesting one. He bows. Fare thee well, master. And he turns and heads out of the tavern into the night. And as he does so, with all of you carousing and enjoying a hard-earned return home, we're going to end the session there for the night.
Hooray!
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's gone. What a shame. Darn.
And I am so happy that I got to use one of Nim's other magical items. Yeah.
And I'm so glad I rolled that well.
Yeah, that, mm.
Good job, Tracy.
Yeah, come on.
That was awesome.
It was.
No, clutch roll.
Sorry, what was that, Lava?
That was a clutch roll.
I know! I knew that if I didn't roll good enough, that it would have been like, this is, what you're saying is bullshit, you've been brainwashed, I'm dragging you back, I don't care what happens.
Yeah, but, you know, it's an interesting situation we find ourselves in.
Yeah. But anyways, outro.
Yeah, outro time.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us for this two-parter sort of episode. I'm still debating on whether we're going to make it one big one or two separate ones, but regardless, if you've listened this long into it, then hey, maybe hope for this podcast yet.
Yeah.
Thanks to the players for joining us. Thanks for everyone listening. You all are the real heroes of the day here. And until next time, we'll see you soon.
Woo! See you
Yeah.
guys.
See you.
See you
Alright.
guys
Toodles.
again. See you guys
Bye.
again soon. Bye bye.